Hey, well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. Yes, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. And today, I'm going to talk about Jonathan Majors, the actor Jonathan Majors. And I known him for love. I known him for I remember the first time seeing Jonathan Majors in a film on Hulu on one of the apps at home called Lovecraft Country. And and I remember seeing him, on Lovecraft Country, and then I see them on some films, especially some Marvel superhero films that I enjoyed him in. And this is just to name a few things I've seen Jonathan Majors in. I've seen him in Creed 3, the Ant Man. He was in Ant Man, Creed 3, and just to name a few. I just have a list because I won't forget. Loki. There's a few, name a few, and the harder they fall. I seen that on Netflix. So I seen him in a few things. I seen Jonathan Major in a few things, a few films, a few series. I seen him in, especially Lovecraft Country. That was my first time I ever seen him on stream, live series, movie series, Lovecraft Country, episodes and series on that. But going back to his trial, Jonathan Majors, it was in New York City back in March 25th, 2023 of this year, early this year, and he was with this woman named Grace Jarabi. Grace Jarabi is a woman that I guess he was seen and dating, and they got into some kind of conflict because she accused him of talking to another woman while he was on his phone. And I guess they got into some kind of some kind of disagreement where he got out the car. I think he basically got out the vehicle, and what happened was she grabbed him. She tried to grab the phone, and oh no, and then she according to the sources, while she grabbed the phone, he pushed her away and he ran away. He was running away. I have the footage right here, right in front of you. He's really running away. He's running. Jonathan Majors running away from Grace Jarabi. And as he was running away from Grace Jarabi, now now you're in a court case now. Now the trial is on the go. Now she's accusing him of injury to her fingers and abrasions and injury to her fingers, and now Jonathan Majors is being charged with 2 counts of harassment and 2 counts of assault, but yet the man is running away. And now and then when she started to cry, oh boy, here comes the crying. Oh boy. When a white woman cries, you know what it is. It's when some white women cry, man. When white women cry, you know what it is. That cry has caused the burning down of in 1921. I'm going into history now. The burning down of 1920, Tulsa, Oklahoma. That cry has caused the riots in Rosewood. That cry has caused the riots in Red Summer. All town burning down black people town off of that cry. Off of all those tears. Burning down black people, lynching and burning down towns and murdering black people in their towns. All because of that cry. And according to the sources, Grace Jarabi told him, if you leave me, told Jonathan Majors, if you leave me, I'm going to harm myself. Well, this is a person with mental issues. And mental issues, if you're involved with a person with mental issues, it can get you in trouble. If you're dating somebody with mental issues, if you ignore their mental issues, it can get you in trouble. It's the little things that you ignore turns around and bite you in the behind. The little things. So you can't ignore the little things. If somebody is telling you if somebody is telling you that if I gonna harm myself if you leave me, that's a huge red flag to get out while you can. But you know, when emotions are caught up into it, when emotions are caught up into it, now it's hard for her to let go now because now she has you in her clutch and she's gonna give your life a living hell. And that goes for the men. It goes for men and women, of course, men or women. If you're caught up with somebody that has emotional, mental issues and illness, they could be your demise. I mentioned this on a show I did with a partner, the Phil Hartman story. Famous story, famous actor Phil Hartman was he was married to his wife, of course, married, but his wife had mental illness. And what did Phil Hartman did in that 1994? He told his wife he was leaving her. And when he told his wife that he was leaving her, you know what she turned around and did while Phil Hartman was sleeping in the bed with her? When Phil Hartman was sleeping in the bed with his wife in that year 1994, his wife, I think she shot him, killed him. Phil Hartman. It was big news back in 94. He was murdered by his wife, his mentally deranged and ill wife. So when you're dealing with somebody with mental illness, listen to me clearly. When you're dealing with somebody with mental illness, you're in for a ride. You're in for a ride because the thing is that you tell them that you're leaving, and Jonathan Majors did say, I'm leaving you. But as you can see, she's taking no, she's crazy. She's chasing them down the street. He's pushing her away. As you can see, I have footage right here. He's pushing her away, and he's running for his life. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it. I have to say it. If Grace Jarabi was a black woman, this would have been a short skit. This wouldn't even been this wouldn't even made news. It'd have been a brief news. Brief news. You know, Jonathan Majors got to an altercation with Sharon Robinson or Shanice Robinson, and they got into a little scuffle. But then, and that would have been it. Now, because this became a big trial, this is becoming a big trial now, making frontline news and everything because she's crying, she's crying, and according to the sources, he's gonna be if he's found guilty, when they found him guilty, he's gonna be facing a year in prison. Imagine that. You're running away from somebody that's gonna cause you trouble, but yet you're facing a year in trouble. He's trying to get away from you. He's trying to get away from you. But you know what it is? The jury, they look at that big black man, they look at that brother, they looked at her and said, no, you're already found guilty. It only took them 4 hours in court to find Jonathan Majors guilty. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And because of this caused him some movie offers. This caused him some major movie deals and some offers. It caused him some major movie deals and some offers because of this. And as you can see, Marvel is pulling away from him. Marvel, also other offers that he was given, other opportunities that he was given, film opportunities, that's been pulled away from him. So Jonathan Majors is suffering all around. While Grace Jarabi, will be okay. So brothers, be careful who you date. Be careful who you allow in your circle. Be careful. Be careful of dating some of them white women, man. Be careful. Be careful. If you know your history, and you know the history I just shared, I went back in history a little bit with Tulsa, Oklahoma, with Rosewood, with Red Summer. I go back in history because they have a history. They have a history of crying And when they cry, major things happen to us brothers, to us black brothers. Major things. So be careful who you allow in your circle. Be careful who you date. Be careful who you date. Because the thing is that it's better to live in peace. If you cannot find that right woman for you, it's better to live in peace. If you can't find that person that you can connect with, it's better to live in peace. Now, Jonathan Majors is right now, he's hooked up with Megan Good. Hooked up with actress Megan Good. When Megan Good was married before to her husband that's a pastor. Married to her husband that's a pastor, and he hooked up with Megan Good. According to the sources, the reason why Grace Jarabi grabbed that phone from him because he was talking to another woman, and they allegedly say that he was connecting with, at that moment, at that time when she was trying to grab his phone away, he was connecting with Megan Good, actress Megan Good, allegedly. So, I had to share this because it's happened quite a few times. About the Cassie P. Diddy situation, and a lot of to see this Me Too movement is powerful, and a lot of things are happening to us brothers. We just gotta move with wisdom and move carefully. Move with wisdom, move carefully, because as you can see, when a woman cries, especially a white woman, it can break you down to a piece of crumb. It can literally break you down to a piece of crumb. One day you be riding on top, you hook up with her, she can break you down with all the element. Everybody is against you. They're all, because she's crying with crocodile tears. The world is pointing the finger at you. The world is against you. And the world is on her side. The world is on her side, enjoying her side, and they're all pointing the finger to you. So be careful. They'll quickly jump on her side because she's crying crocodile tears. It's happened. I'm not saying nothing abnormal. It's happened before. You cry crocodile tears. The white woman cries crocodile tears. The world jump on her side, while you have to fend yourself on your own. While his mother, Jonathan Majors' mother, is on his side. Actress Megan Good that he's dating right now is on his side. Something to think about, brothers. Something to think about. You could be riding high in Hollywood or in music, riding high. But the minute you allow a woman of that matter to get into your circle, a mentally deranged woman that's arguing, quarrelsome, can break you down to a piece of crumb. You gotta be careful now. They could be riding on top, and they could just bring you right down. And they're quickly to jump on her side. Because she's white and she's a woman. They quickly to jump on her side. You're automatically found guilty. You're automatically found guilty. Yes. Well, the live word of the day is coming out of Proverbs 21. Proverbs 21:19. It is better to live in a desert land than with a quarrelsome, fretful woman. Yes, it's better to live alone. It's better to live alone in a desert land, than with a quarrelsome and fretful woman. Well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings. And if you like what I shared, smash that like button. Also subscribe to my channel, Zaccheus Gospel. I got more coming for you. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings.